about to be over there trying to poison my kids with some weird shit. Like, no.
Is that a real concern?
I would definitely not trust my kids over there if certain people are there.
The little previews that I've gotten of Rock compared to the 4 years I've gotten with Jaidyn, in my personal opinion, I feel like Rock is a more genuine person. She just is maybe misunderstood.
Your man go out and get a baby and you decide to stay with your man, you post a book a flight and say, oh hell no, we need to get down there and get some and go check on him.
That bitch is piggy at the house, like, I'm saying.
Look to the next to you, and I need y'all to make out with each other right now. Make out.
You're now watching Baddies Midwest Tea.
Baddie shop o'clock. Go check out our new Baddie blog influencer store. Commissions earned does help us continue to run our blogs. And we took the time to put together some items we feel that every baddie should have. Plus, y'all know y'all use Amazon anyway, so might as well help your favorite blog earn a little coins on the side. The link is attached to our YouTube and is also available in the description. Period. What up, what up? Hey Baddie family. Today we're going to be looking at the feud between Jaidyn and Alexis and Chrisean Rock. Now, a lot of us know about the viral love story of Chrisean Rock and Blueface, who fell deeply in love after she joined his viral show called Blue's Girl Club. Now, in as much as the viewers were reeled in to this captivating love story, I think a lot of people failed to realize that as a new story began, an old one was finishing. Now, he was previously with his baby mother, Jaidyn Alexis, who he also has 2 children with and has been with since high school.
Money up out of there. Get all that child support money, get it up out of there right now.
Child support?
Yeah, get it.
I ain't put you on my paper.
I know, but I sent it to you. You got that?
No, don't do that.
Put your card in there. Get all the money up out of the machine. I need to gamble on that.
Don't talk with your hands.
Alright. Fit. On West Side Schoolyard. Professional at bleeding the bitch. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. Give me a kiss.
No.
I ain't talking about you.
For the longest time, there was rumored rivalry between Chrisean Rock and Jaidyn Alexis, and there was even rumors that Jaidyn Alexis had knocked out Chrisean Rock's tooth. And then suddenly, one day, we see the 2 of them hanging out together. Apparently, Jaidyn had helped Chrisean get the baby back from Blueface, and they were seen laughing hysterically in the car. Later, Jaidyn comes on Baddies and reveals that she actually never knocked out Chrisean Rock's tooth, and actually, she just fell.
Chrisean
and her got into
gone
it
because
a while ago during the Blueface show.
wasn't.
Well, technically, I didn't. She fell. So, I mean.
But she was running from you.
Natalie Nunn is definitely the biggest clout chaser. Like, girl, you know darn well Jaidyn Alexis did not have Chrisean running, and even if that was the case, from what we heard, it was a group of girls that were trying to jump her. And you know, this whole narrative has been going on and on for so long, and now the air is clear. Like, Jaidyn said it herself, and much respect to her for keeping it real, because a lot of people like Natalie Nunn would have clout chased and, you know, try to make it seem like, you know, Jaidyn Alexis did something to Chrisean. And in the long run, it did help her that she was honest, because after that fight with Biggie Girl, yeah, you definitely could not take Chrisean, just saying. Anyway, ciao. So Chrisean and Jaidyn were cool for all we knew, and then boom, Blueface gets arrested. Now, at the time that Blueface was arrested, I believe he was more with Jaidyn than Chrisean. Actually, I think Chrisean and Blueface were not even really together at all, and they just weren't talking. But for some reason, like a 360 happened when he went to jail, and then like him and Chrisean got back together, and they were like booed up on the jail calls, and you know, she's saying like free my man, and like, you know, he got her name tatted, and you know, all that good stuff. And everyone was kind of shocked and surprised, because we was like, wait a minute, aren't you engaged to Jaidyn? I mean, next thing we know, Jaidyn pops out with a new man, or should I say woman, because I mean, I guess the girl is like, I don't know if I should call her a dyke or what would I call her, y'all? Because I really don't know. I don't want to, give the wrong title. But yeah, she basically got in a new relationship, with a girl. And, they've been together. They've been seen in public kissing and, booed up. So, yeah. Jaidyn Alexis is not stressing over Chrisean and Blueface. But, I mean, something definitely did happen. And she definitely did speak about it with Adam 22.
Like, it took me by surprise.
Right.
He did bump heads about that because I really didn't want to sit down and do nothing. I told him even before he left, we had that discussion, and I was just like, I don't think that's the best idea. I can't promise that I'm going to do that. And I was honest about it because I just didn't think that sounded good. And it just didn't sound like, no, it's not good for artists just to sit and be radio silent. So then that's kind of more so when he started to be more mainstream with what the old girl. And I mean, I really wasn't mad about it because I was dealing with a female anyway. So it wasn't like I was sitting here crying about it. And that's like before he left, it was already a thing. So it's not like it took me by surprise. Did you have a good visit?
Yeah.
Now, before we get into the interview she had with Adam 22, I did want to throw in there that Jaidyn Alexis has still been visiting Blueface and letting him see his kids as well. So Jaidyn Alexis was basically saying that she was not ready to just stay home and wait on Blue to get out of jail. So she was not surprised that Chrisean Rock and Blueface went back public. But child, that's not all she had to say.
And then it's like, if you have certain people or things going on at your house, I like hell if you think my kids are going to go over there.
Right.
You're not about to be over there trying to poison my kids and some weird shit. Like, no.
Is that a real concern?
I would definitely not trust my kids over there if certain people are there. With him, sure, absolutely. He loves those kids. Like, he would do anything for those kids. But sometimes the people that he surrounds himself with, not so much.
But poisoning a kid has got to be one of the worst things that you could ever imagine anybody doing. But you're saying you wouldn't put that past Chrisean?
Correct.
Has that ever happened or anything
no,
similar
it's
to
not.
that?
I just don't. I don't trust her.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust her with my kids, especially considering what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, and the hatred that spews off of her about me, like, it's not something that I would feel comfortable with my kids doing.
Right.
Now, I will say that I remember when this interview initially dropped, and I was completely surprised to see that Jaidyn was speaking down on Chrisean Rock. I mean, saying that you would think she would poison your child, like try to kill your child, is a bit extreme, especially if she's never like threatened to do that or she's never done anything to make you think that. I don't think Chrisean's dislike for Jaidyn would make her go that far to do something that wild, especially because at the end of the day, they're all Blueface's kids. And honestly, from Chrisean's behavior since Junior was born, I mean, from what I've seen, Chrisean has actually tried to bring the family together more than once. She wanted the kids to meet each other. She was cool with the kids being around each other. But let me know, I mean, maybe the call is coming from inside the house. Maybe, Jaidyn is thinking the worst. And I'm not going to blame Jaidyn. I'm not going to point the finger at Jaidyn because Jaidyn has also been through a lot. I mean, you got to think she was with this man before Chrisean. And while they were together, Chrisean and Blue became a thing. And I'm not necessarily going to say that Chrisean is a homewrecker because a lot of people were saying that Jaidyn and Blue were already broken up. Plus, we can't forget that Blueface and Jaidyn had another girlfriend that they were sharing at one point. So we're not going to do that. I think Jaidyn just wasn't expecting Blueface to fall in love for real with Chrisean because we don't see things like this happen too often, especially in Hollywood. But let's go ahead and look at these other clips.
It's hard for me to even be sympathetic because it was happened to me and on me rather than me just like being a fan that's seeing it. And obviously if you're a fan, you're kind of more like, what's going on? But me, I'm kind of like, I want it to work out the best way that it can.
My whole thing is that I'm willing to accept people being drug addicts, smoking weed, drinking all the time, whatever you want to do. But when you get to the point where your desire to get f***ed up is greater than your desire to have a healthy baby, that to me is probably like one of the most evil things that I could imagine a person doing, is like knowingly creating a situation in which their kid's probably going to have issues at the very least that are going to affect them for all of time. I mean, maybe I'm lucky because I've been surrounded by women who take their motherhood pretty seriously.
Yeah.
But to me, that is just like...
Okay, so for everyone who remembers the situation around Chrisean Rock's pregnancy, I'm gonna need you to raise your hand and say aye. Now, I'm not supporting, you know, anyone drinking or doing drugs while they're pregnant, but I think it's important to remember the context surrounding the situation. Now, I vividly remember around the time Chrisean Rock was pregnant that she said she was not gonna keep the baby. She had zero intentions on keeping the baby. And I remember her saying something about like, I can drink, I can smoke, because she knew she wasn't gonna keep it. And she repeatedly said to Blueface, like, you can have the baby, I'm gonna drop off the baby to you when it's born, I don't care, stuff like that. And of course, you know, that could be a little bit immature of Chrisean, but you know, no one's perfect and we're not gonna hold her to a standard that, you know, everyone is not following. But I just don't like the way that they're making it seem like she intentionally knew she was gonna keep the baby and just decided to do this. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I must say that I was really surprised to see Jaidyn and Alexis even speaking on the situation, because she's usually the quiet type. Maybe Baddies kind of like brought out that side of her or something, I don't know. But I was surprised that she was speaking on the baby and the situation surrounding the baby. I mean, do you guys think that's too much coming from the first baby mother to the second baby mother? Do you guys feel like that's any of her business? I mean, she's basically making it seem like the baby needs help and, you know, everybody is watching and no one can do anything about it. Look what I found, you guys. So let's read the caption. Fans claim Whack 100 warned Adam 22 not to hook up with Blueface's baby mama before Jaidyn's interview, given Adam 22 and wife Lena's reputation for hooking up with her guest after interviews. I don't think Blueface is gonna like this. I mean, especially because that's the very thing that he loves to brag about when it comes to Jaidyn and Alexis. And now that might make him feel differently. I don't know, like he's gonna come home and find out that his first baby mother, who has only been with him this whole time, has now been effed by Adam 22 and his wife. Like, I don't think Blueface is gonna like that. I really don't. And I remember Jaidyn and Alexis saying something like she had bills to pay and she got kids to take care of. I'm really gonna start keeping receipts when I see them, because sometimes I be seeing stuff but I don't save it. But I do remember her saying something like that, and I'm not about to look for it, but I'm gonna go ahead and play these videos real quick.
Okay, we're about to go.
Okay. And I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion.
I'm gonna do a test shot so you guys can see. Just go like and do it.
And I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion.
The crew.
Right?
The crew.
And I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion.
Okay, you guys, you know what to do. Let me know what you guys think about Adam 22 and his wife creating a sex tape with Jaidyn and Alexis. Now, if you guys didn't know, Jaidyn and Adam 22 have their, you know, independent OnlyFans accounts. I did not even try or attempt to go on OnlyFans to watch the content. So, you know, if y'all are subscribed to their channels, you know, you can let me know or let us know in the comments what y'all think. But that's pretty much what they put out so far. And I'm not gonna lie, I think the whole setup is a little weird, a little odd. I don't think Jaidyn would have done this if Blueface was out of jail. I really feel like she did this just for, you know, the income part of it, you know. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Adam 22 and his wife caught Jaidyn at a vulnerable moment for this video? Let me know what you guys think. Next up, we're going to be looking at some videos from Callie and Carlissa Chow, and we're going to see, you know, what they have to say on this whole situation.
I'm a good like judge of character and a good judge of like reading people's spirits and like their motives and stuff. I am, and like just from like the little preview that I've gotten of Rock compared to the 4 years I've gotten with Jaidyn, in my personal opinion, I feel like Rock is a more genuine person. She just is maybe misunderstood. But then Jaidyn, she's kind of like very spiteful and does things to like hurt people and like, you know what I mean? So she's kind of like a mean girl.
Your man go out and get a baby and you decide to stay with your man, you post a book a flight and say, oh hell no, we need to get down there and get some and go check on him. Like the other woman is always gonna have a rough stance on the first initial meeting of the baby. She should have taken him to see the baby when the baby was first born. Then you have control. But when you don't make no effort and don't push him to go check on his own child, he gonna sit there and see how long it's gonna take you to check on his child. At the end of the day, that's my son's baby, right? So that was her responsibility to go say, I think we should go check on your baby. But when you love a man and he have a child somewhere, you supposed to tell that man, let's go visit your babies. Let's go pick them up. I don't do the, oh, fuck the kids. I don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to do that. I understand that's going to hurt people's feelings, but at the end of the day, these kids didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask to be here. And if you love your man, if you love your man, you got to make sure where your son at. Because if something was to go wrong and you sitting over here and ain't telling him to go check on him, it don't work like that. That's his son, his heir, his seed. No matter where it came from, God seen fit to give him that baby, and that baby here now. If you with a man and you got kids with that man, and them your siblings, brothers and sisters, yes ma'am, it's your responsibility. Cause them your own kids gonna ask you where my brother at. Your own kids gonna look up at you and say, why you didn't take me to see my brother? Honey, you have to be prepared in your spirit to deal with a man with kids. Especially if he done went out and made one during the course of your dating process. And you sign up to still be with him, baby, you gotta put in work on that. Cause some men and they mama ain't finna just let you say fuck them kids. You think I'm about to walk around here on eggshells, not making sure kids is okay for some people, for some baby mamas that's gonna be mad? But the longer you sat and showed that man that you didn't give a fuck about his child that just got here in the world, you let him know you don't really give a fuck about him. When your man have a baby, that's your baby. Ma'am, baby daddy, we need to pack up all these kids and go meet our other baby.
Now, Callie really surprised me with what she said about Chrisean and Jaidyn. And honestly, I wasn't expecting that from her, to say that Jaidyn was like wicked, way more wicked compared to Chrisean, who she said was genuine. As for the video with Carlissa, I want to say that's an older video that I remember seeing before, but it did provide a lot of context. It confirmed that, you know, Blueface did have a baby on Jaidyn, and it also reminded me that Jaidyn did not want Blue to go see the baby when the baby was first born. I actually remember that coming out of Blueface's mouth when all that chaos was going on between the three of them. So what Jaidyn is actually accusing Chrisean of seems like what she is more likely to do. But go ahead and let me know what y'all think in the comments. Now let's go ahead and get to the reason why we're here, which is the recent shade that was thrown from Jaidyn to Chrisean Rock. Now, allegedly, there's a video that resurfaced of Chrisean Rock and Carlissa, and I believe this was like the first time that Carlissa ever got to see Junior, and you know, some shade was thrown.
Not like that, but I'm not doing a high horse like that big fat bitch and Piggy at the house. Like, I'm saying, I'm not.
What's that, lady?
Well, you can't be calling your son's brother's mom fat bitch.
Where you want to?
Your son's
right here.
Brother. That's his mom.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Look, drive in a minute. Time fly.
Wake up, man.
He trying.
Why you gotta wake up? He got the itis. Now he want to shit.
That's exactly what his eyes are doing.
And if I didn't take the
his eyes is like,
if I
I'm
didn't
full.
take the bottle,
Y'all know when the schedule. Y'all know when the schedule, right?
Oh yeah.
I know.
Fuck the schedule.
I'm not right.
Fuck the schedule.
Look at how people want to wake up. Oh.
Let him sleep.
No, that was your fault. She put.
So Jaidyn responded to this video saying, being a bitter second baby mama is crazy work. I never seen pig ride a horse, but hey. And honestly, I feel like Jaidyn is trying to pick a bone with Chrisean because you did the interview speaking on her and her baby. She didn't respond. She didn't say anything back to you. Now this video is surfacing of like something that's old. You know, this video happened right when Junior was born. And you know that, but you're still deciding to respond to it and create some type of beef. And honestly, I feel like after Jaidyn went on Baddies, you know, learning how to properly clout chase from Natalie Nunn and the Baddies, I think like a shift happened or something, because the Jaidyn that we're used to, she's pretty quiet, you know, she's pretty much to herself. She's always kind of been a little bitter, but not to this point. We've never seen her speak up this much. But I will say, again, Jaidyn Alexis was with this man before Chrisean, and, you know, allegedly Chrisean and Blueface got together while they were still together. So I honestly don't have too much negative to say about Jaidyn. I understand where she's coming from, but at the same time, I feel like Jaidyn is the one who's looking more salty right now. I just gotta be real. And I only say that because over the years, Chrisean has been very consistent with not giving Jaidyn too much energy, versus Jaidyn tends to be the one that has something negative to say, or, you know, calling Chrisean out. Okay, Baddies family, that is all I have for you today. Go ahead and let me know in the comments what you guys think about all of this. Let me know. We did spill a lot of tea today, and we'll be back with some more videos. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.
And we don't start, we finish.